Look, I get it. You're trying your best. You know what you need to do? You need to make money online. The growing risk of you losing your financial, location, and time freedom is growing rapidly. But with so many options and so many potential avenues to go down, you feel overwhelmed, stuck, frozen in time. You think about it, you weigh up the pros and cons, but eventually you just end up with decision fatigue and you give up. Back to your old habits, back to not making any money, back to daydreaming. I understand, it's hard, man. Sometimes I get frozen in time trying to make decisions because there's so many factors and variables at play. There's so much to think about. The thing is though, if you never make decisions, then you'll never move forward. And this isn't even mentioning the limiting beliefs that may come up when you're going through the thinking process. With so much to think about and so many limiting beliefs holding you back, it's no wonder that you keep ending up on the same cycle, which ultimately ends with no results. Let me help you out because, like I say, I've been there many times before. I'm gonna go over the 3 biggest limiting beliefs which I held over myself before I started my online business. Number 1, my market is oversaturated. Maybe you're right, maybe your market is oversaturated. If you didn't know already, my field of expertise is video editing, and I've been able to earn over $12,000 online per month through that skill. But you could certainly argue that the skill of video editing is oversaturated. Just go onto Fiverr and look at how many Fiverr gigs there are of people offering their video editing. So why was it that I was able to succeed in my field of expertise where others may fail? With so much cutthroat competition as well. I'll tell you why. My field is oversaturated with mediocrity, and so is any other field. Do you know how many people actually watch videos like this and take action on what they've learned from the video? How many people read a book and actually take action on what they've just read about? How many people think of an idea and write it down and implement it? It's 1%. Only 1% of people will invest both time and money in becoming an expert at a skill. 1% of people who watch this video will take action on what they've learned from the video. The other 99% will watch the video, mentally masturbate, tell themselves, yes, I'm being so productive by watching this video, and then go back to their shitty, mundane lives, doing the same thing day in and day out and getting the same results. 99% of people are painfully mediocre. Only 1% actually try and become experts in their fields of expertise. So yes, maybe you're right. Maybe your field of expertise is oversaturated. Like I say, mine is video editing, and you could certainly argue that video editing is oversaturated. But it's oversaturated with shit talent. And if you're genuinely about it and you actually stick with something, you invest both time and money into the skill that you're learning, you will become better than 99% of people in your field. Because frankly, there's not many people who are willing to actually do that, invest both time and money to get better at something. If you do both of those things, you will stick out like a sore thumb from the masses of mediocrity. Limiting belief number 2. I am not smart or experienced enough. And guess what? You never will be. The more you learn, the more you realize just how clueless you are about everything. The good news is every single person starts off in that exact same position. You think Iman Gadzi came out of the womb being an expert at sales and marketing? Do you think he came out of the womb knowing how to launch a multi-million-dollar business? He was just as clueless as you. The only difference between yourself and him is that he chose to throw himself in the deep end, even though he was inexperienced or wasn't smart enough. He committed himself to his craft, and now he's an absolute expert. He didn't start off as an expert, but he still succeeded. Why? Because he started. You're inexperienced, okay. How do you gain experience? Start. Allow yourself to fail. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Confidence and competence come from throwing yourself in the deep end and coming out the other side over and over and over again and allowing yourself to fail. Every single time you fail, every single time you go through hardship when you have a problem to solve, that's a massive opportunity for growth. And if you win, then you fucking win. Well done. Either way, it's a win-win, is it not? You either fail and you grow a fuck ton, or you win and you fucking win. And to be clear, you don't have to be academically smart to be good in business. There's many different types of intelligence, and this is what people don't understand. They tie their intelligence to their school grades, and frankly, I think academic intelligence is one of the least important types of intelligence for actually being successful. You need to figure out what sort of intelligence you have and what your strengths are and play to them. For example, if you're like me, I'm not academically smart, I'm bang average. But what I do have is a very good high level of emotional intelligence. So I play to that as a strength. Don't allow the school system to influence your own self-beliefs about how intelligent you are. The school system is a load of shit. If you have the belief about yourself that you're not smart because you didn't succeed in school, drop that immediately. There are many different types of smart, and I guarantee you that you're one of them. Limiting belief number 3 is that I don't have time to launch a business. Now, this is a really common belief, and to be honest, I think it comes down to priorities. The important things in your life are the things that you decide to make time for. Now, don't get me wrong, I do fully believe that there are people out there in the world right now who genuinely don't have time to launch a business because they've got so much of a shit going on. However, I think that type of person is far, far rarer than what you may think. I think a lot of us just carry this feeling of being busy because of how, overstimulated we are day to day. So we end up telling ourselves that we don't have enough time to do anything, when in reality, if you actually assess what you're doing with your time closely and without bias, you might find that you waste a fuck ton of time doing bullshit. Time which you could spend actually doing something far more productive, like launching an online business. If you start assessing how you're spending your time, you can actually start assessing how you can make more time for more things. A lot of us don't even assess our time. We're just going day to day, just flowing down the river of life. Of course you don't have time because you get distracted like that because you don't have any discipline, you don't have any sort of routine. You need to make your work your priority. So get your priorities straight and also assess how much time you actually have in the day and how you use it. A lot of people don't. Boys, those were my 3 biggest limiting beliefs that I held over myself when I was trying to launch my online business. And I get it, it's really fucking difficult, honestly, to just take that leap and to actually launch something and allow yourself to fall flat on your fucking face. But the thing is, if you don't ever take that leap, then you will constantly, for your entire life, have your balls in a vice to the 9-to-5 rat race, to the elitists who don't want you to have your freedom, and ultimately, you'll be a modern day slave. So I hope these were helpful. I hope you take action on this video. I hope you're a part of the 1% who actually watch and consume this content and take action on it. Boys, if you want to learn my pathway to financial and location freedom through video editing, as I mentioned before, this is my field of expertise. I teach over 200 of my students how to become absolutely excellent in their fields, and I help them land high-paying client work. If that interests you, click the first link in the description right now. Take a look. Take care, boys.